everybody!
Hello. So here we are today, ready to create a computer. Build a computer.
Specifically your computer?
Specifically my computer. For what?
For what purpose?
Well, I got bored one day.
Porn?
Well, league, porn, anything. I got bored one day and I was like, yo,
Might as well.
we're like, yeah, might as well, right? And I was thinking of developing for Oculus Rift. And I'm gonna go overkill right now, so
You're gonna play a game all day with this computer.
the main thing right here, well, for this week or for this month, this GTX 980 is on sale for $50 off.
So your house even support that?
I thought might as well buy this, right? So I'm
how
gonna
many
add
watts?
this to.
So what kind of power supply do you use with this?
Well, I'm thinking a 750 watt because I'm only getting one graphics card. Everything else is pretty standard, right?
Okay.
If you look at the watts or wattage for this card, I actually don't know where to find that. Oh, right here. So minimum 500 watt or greater system power supply. I think even with some basic liquid cooling or air cooling or something like that for the CPU, 750 should be enough. So
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
it's gonna add this.
Well, now basically, bro, you need some liquid cooling with this.
Well, actually, I'm not gonna add liquid cooling or any cooling right now,
Alright.
because I need to test the build, right? And I don't want to install liquid cooling and then have to take it out and then return some parts if anything goes wrong. So for the hard drives, I guess this isn't really random order. I was thinking of going with an SSD.
Straight up SSD is faster.
Straight up SSD, yeah. Like I just bought an Ultrabook, and this is my first time using an SSD.
Seconds.
Oh man, I can't go back. So I heard a lot of good things about the Evo series from Samsung.
Yeah,
And-
so right now Samsung has the best SSDs, hands down.
Yeah.
Evo is one step down from the Pro series, but it's still a good SSD.
Yeah,
So-
and I was thinking of getting an 840 because I heard a lot of good things about them, but the 850 came out, so yeah, I'm thinking of getting an 850.
You got better reads and writes, a little
Yeah.
bit better. There's
A little bit better.
marginal performance gains. Oh, what's the price difference? Like $20?
Yeah, $20. Like this 500 gig. Let's filter them, just make sure. Go solid state. 500 gigs.
500 gigs is pretty big.
Yeah.
500 gigs is a lot, but
He
you know
does a lot of videos.
I'm going all out right now.
Why do you
And
want 500 gigs? Are you gonna have two hard drives, or are you gonna go SSD and?
I'm going to go SSD and then like a normal hard drive, like physical.
Okay, so how big is that one gonna be?
That one probably 2 terabytes for now.
2 terabytes.
I don't think I'm gonna store too much at the moment, and then I'll probably
7,500 RPM.
yeah 7200 for this one.
72, yeah.
Because
Black
you have
edition.
like all continent porn, right?
Yeah, but like for raids or whatever, or just the backup stuff, probably get some Western Digital greens or whatever. They run at a lower RPM, but they're good for just storing stuff because they don't require too much power.
Yeah.
So
I still don't know what you're doing like 500 gigs.
500 gig,
Why
like
do you want
I want to
500?
run
Might as
all
well.
my applications like through my SSD. And
What's the point of having a hard drive? What are you
Oh, the hard drive is gonna be storing
For
like
porn.
XS? Why'd you have like an external hard drive?
well, external hard drive. I don't need it to be portable. Like I'm just gonna store stuff on this PC exclusively. So that's my rationale.
It's not a very good
How do I
rationale.
un-
Whatever. Okay, go to your next
Let's
part.
go all. Yeah, all. So where's the 2 terabytes? So I want the black edition, right? Because that's the one with the 7200 RPM. And I think if I go with that, it's going to be a little louder in my case, but hopefully,
Sound dampening, you gotta know.
hopefully sound dampening helps out for that.
So is this a 3.5 millimeter? So not a millimeter.
I have no idea. I just know it's a physical hard disk drive. That's it. So yeah, this one's on sale, $20 off. So just add that, and it has good ratings too. And you can check that it's at 7,200.
Go back down. Go back down.
I don't know about the other stuff. It's just good
gives a
reviews,
fuck?
7,200 RPM. That's all I need. And yeah, like the customer. Okay, there's only one, but built like a tank. I believe this guy, Alberta. Might as well. So I didn't mention my budget, but I'm thinking about 1,500 for. No, I'm just kidding. Well, we only have 3 components right now. We're already hitting 1,000. So
the graphics card, too expensive.
yeah, graphics card kind of bumped it up, and also the 500 views.
Two of the most expensive components.
Yeah. So for the case, I opted for a silent case and minimalistic. So I actually went for this, except with the windows. Let's see if we can find that. There's a lot of good reviews out there, or there's a lot of reviews out there, positive reviews for this case here. You can see it's 4 out of 5, but the other one was 5 out of 5 without the window. This one's just $10 more than the other one
That's not bad.
without the window. And basically the pros of this case is it has this sound dampening, this Moduvent design, which allows you to either opt for more silence or maximum airflow. So they have some material for their vents that.
So they put in foam to make it.
Yeah,
less
yeah, they
noisy.
have
Alright.
they have foam that you can take out or put in.
Okay,
It's like
fair.
optional, and
Alright, yo, we'll
fan
discuss this in another
controller,
video.
stuff like that. Yeah. we can
So
discuss
guys, yeah, so we're doing this as a multi-board video. Anyways, so this is just kind of the pre-intro to like just tell everyone what the kind of all the parts we're buying. So that's the case. We actually have another video for the case, so watch out for that. And then as we buy the parts, you'll get each video.
So $130, bumping the overall price up. So another major component of the computer, motherboard, and I'm a lazy guy. I don't want to buy a motherboard separate from the CPU.
We save some money that way, right?
Well, do you save money with bundles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Well, I didn't really do the math. I just know that there are bundles out there.
It says
so,
$30 off. So.
So I'm just gonna filter this by highest price. We're gonna go for the better ones here. I'm going to go for an i7 4790K. And
Need that
the
much
specs
for
for that,
your-
I don't even know. I think it's a quad core, 4.0 gigahertz.
So yeah, so i7s are always quad cores.
But
So the 4000 series, they're the K processors in Intel's lineup are unlocked, so you can
Unlocked?
overclock them.
okay. Well, yeah.
I don't know why you're doing this.
Well, in terms of value, you can look
well,
at this.
you just want specs, really. You just want to.
4790 without the K, and it's more expensive, right? So I might as well go for like one of these. And I'm still debating on whether or not to get this deluxe motherboard, this Gaming 7 motherboard, or this Sabertooth. The thing about the MSI one is that it comes in black and red, which will match the graphics card that we chose. But other than that, I have no idea.
Okay. All right. Here's a little head up to people out in the world. Like processing power, you don't need processing power unless you're doing like fucking like super.
The main thing
shit.
is,
Why do you
like-
need an i7? You could get i5. i5 would have been fine.
Yeah.
And you're playing like fucking StarCraft.
Well,
like,
I'm
that's
not
the
playing
only-
games, right? I'm doing super hardcore like.
Oculus Rift, you need a good
shit,
fucking
like-
rendering is all GPU,
Okay,
buddy.
GP. Okay, I'm gonna do some big data analytics and
Okay,
stuff. Like that's
okay.
the new thing.
You don't
out
know
there,
how
right?
to do that.
Like I don't know how. I know a little bit, and that's a start, right? And I'll get there.
But for the
But-
record, you don't need processing power. Don't go for
Okay.
an i7 if you don't need it.
I'm just gonna go for
Save
it.
that money.
But like,
I know
if
because you're an enthusiast and you just want big numbers. Okay.
if you can see, there's actually there's quite a few bundles for the 4790K, but these are the 3 that I'm still debating over. which one do you think is like? It's the motherboard is kind of a controversial piece of the computer because I always talk to my friends and they're like, just go with the cheapest one. It doesn't really matter. But does it really?
In my opinion, like motherboards at the same tier. Like this, if you're gonna get
Like they're all Z97s.
yeah. So like if they're
they
it
don't
doesn't matter if
provide
it's
much
Asus,
more.
if it's MSI, they buy parts from almost the same manufacturer. Differences like minor port differences. Some might have a better sound card in them. Really, just choose one, do comparison on it, read what other people are buying about. That's the best way to pick your motherboard. Like really, it's like buying like a TV at the same tier price. There's no fucking difference between them. It's just really just marketing at that point.
I guess I did a little bit of research,
Okay.
and the deluxe edition, it includes Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Those are two things that these two other motherboards don't include.
Okay.
But I don't know if that warrants
But you
the
can-
extra $100 or
No, I wouldn't say that. You can get a cheap like a Bluetooth dongle
yeah.
for $10, right?
Well, I guess
Wireless solutions are a little bit more expensive,
Yeah.
maybe $50-$60, but that's a.
But he has money to spend, so
I have money to spend.
All right, fine, you rich ass.
But I'm gonna go with the
But-
Sabertooth. I'm not gonna go for the deluxe because I
So
want
you're
to.
sticking with Asus.
Well, I want to stick with Asus because I heard that their motherboards are more reliable.
Alright,
Yeah,
okay.
so
Fair enough.
I'll go with a cheaper one for now. We might switch this up later on, depending on what part I buy.
Okay, so what
at the
kind
end.
of ports do you got on that motherboard? Anyways, just give our viewers a quick run through.
I think this one was a lot more basic than the other two. The MSI one actually might have a
So it
little
looks
bit
like you
more
have
value.
you have 4 USB 3 ports. You got a gigabyte Ethernet. It's probably 100. And you got a DVI port. Then you got 4 USB 2.0 ports. I think you got HDMI. You probably have a display port. Then you got your sound card, and then you got your AV digital out.
Well, what do modern monitors use now?
Modern monitors. So with modern monitors, unless you're doing 4K, and most of what they are is HDMI, and HDMI, I think most the
HDMI.
current standard right now that's actually implemented in hardware is 1.4A, but that really can't do 4K streaming because it can't hold all that bandwidth. When
Right.
1.4B comes out, then you'll be able to. So I'm assuming this is gonna be 1.4A. DisplayPort can. I forgot what the numbering on that was right now, but you gotta check that out as well. So just make sure if you want to do 4K gaming or watching, well, actually content, anything can stream that. Just make sure you have 4K can screen.
Okay. Yeah, and just a little run through of the other options. This is very similar to the deluxe Asus one, and these are kind of the ports for.
Yeah, but
these
it
ones,
seems
a
like you get
lot
four more.
USB.
You get 4 more. Yeah, it seems like you just get 4 more USB 3.0s.
Yep.
I don't know what these are. That looks like an old PS2 mouse. I don't know why the fuck they have that. It's kind of useless.
Yeah. I like the colors here.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm not
definitely
gonna see it.
Yeah.
that's definitely DisplayPort. So you got a DisplayPort.
DisplayPort, like are
Two
those
HDMIs?
like two HDMIs? How does that even work?
Well, you can have dual monitor.
From just the motherboard?
Yeah. What do you mean? Where do you think
I
you
don't
plug
know
in the
what
fucking
I
monitor
don't even
from?
know what's happening right now.
Yo, go to the next one now.
Next one, okay. Well, I just want to run through this too. This one has 2 Ethernet ports.
Yeah. So they're probably gigabit Ethernet.
I don't know what that does.
So really, what I'm in general is the more expensive the hard drive, the more fucking ports it has on it. Really, that's what it comes down in cost. So
Okay, we'll go with the Sabertooth.
Sabertooth
So-
is fine.
Yeah, again, I think 750 watts should be enough for this kind of system. We're not getting another graphics card, so that's not going to eat up. Well, one 980 is going to eat up a lot of power, but we're not getting 2. And I'm going for a modular power supply. It's just better for cable management, and it's actually not that much more expensive.
Are they all
These are
modular? Like, what's the difference?
I guess this one is not modular.
What's
So
a modular
a
one?
modular power supply. Some of them are semi-modular, but this one's fully modular. And basically, you just get all the cables separate from the box,
Oh,
So
okay,
you just plug them in, like
got you, so
whichever
the other ones are
cables you don't
water
need.
then.
Yeah, like whatever cables you don't need, you can just leave them in the box.
Okay.
Whichever ones you want, you just plug them in. So, yeah, for 125 bucks, it's not too bad. Only problem is I've heard that some of these power supplies, I don't know about this EVGA Supernova one, but some power supplies rev up like their fans, whatever, periodically, and it's super loud. And then for the next like minute or so, it's dead quiet, and it'll just continually do that throughout the day. So if I run into that, it might be a little annoying, but we'll see. Once
Just a
we
little
build it.
tip, guys. When you're buying a power supply, usually recommend getting warranty for your power supply because power supplies do fail a lot, and that's probably one of the biggest components you actually want to replace the fastest because motherboards you typically don't want to warranty because usually you'll get the life out of them, but power supplies I've probably gone through like 3 or 4. So usually I'd recommend warranting them.
Yeah, and this is gold certified, and basically there's bronze and silver, gold, and
Yeah,
whatever,
what
and
does that
that's
mean?
just the
Marketing?
efficiency. Like basically the 80, like all of them are 80 bronze something, 80 plus something, right? And that just says that 80% of the power actually goes through your system, 20% is lost, or 20 or less is lost in heat from the power supply. So at the higher you go, the more efficient the power supply, essentially. And so we got the power supply, processor, motherboard. Let's go for the memory. And I think 16 gigs right now is enough for most applications. Like, whatever I'm gonna do, I'm probably only gonna use
I'd say 12.
8.
12 is enough.
How do you configure 12? Oh, 4x3. I don't know.
I'd even say 8. I'd say 8 is like 8 is good.
8, one stick of 8 gigs,
Yeah.
or 2 sticks of 4. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the Vengeance Pro 16 gigs CL9. I think CL9 is a little higher quality. CL10. I don't remember why. I'm just gonna go with it. Other alternatives are the CL10s, low profile ones, the Vengeance, low profile. I don't know where they are, but I'm thinking that these Vengeance Pros won't be too much, like won't take too much space in that case. So I'll just go with these. Again, 16 gigs is just. I find that I run out of space really easily with 8 gigs.
So is that because you're running a lot of applications?
I'm even just running, even having Chrome and Firefox open, I have so many tabs open, right? And
That's
another,
actually true. You gotta start closing from the tabs.
and another thing is that I'm running virtual machines here and there, like for multiple projects, multiple school-related things, and I'm thinking that 16 gigs is the minimum dollar.
If you got the money, spend it.
And we're not going to go for an optical drive because I'm just going to install Windows through my USB.
Yeah, optical drives, in my opinion, are dead.
And cooling, we're not going to cover till later, so I don't think I'll need it yet. I'm not going to overclock my CPU just yet. I don't think I need to.
You
But
still got that 980 to worry about. It
yeah,
generates a lot.
okay, that 980. I'll probably need some fans here and there, but that'll be for later. I'm not thinking really ahead. So if we check out right now, and maybe I'm gonna buy a UPS just for surge protection or whatever
Yeah,
it does for you.
I don't usually recommend a UPS, but a surge protector, you definitely need a good quality surge protector.
Right? I mean, I want to protect all these parts, right? So a UPS is just an
provides-
investment.
It's battery.
It's a battery. I mean, we live in a time where power doesn't really go out, but when it does, I fuck up some shit. So, $60.
But again, sure, if you want.
And I guess, well, I won't add that right now, but I guess wrapping this up, Our total actually comes up to a little more than $2,000, not including a monitor. I'm thinking of buying 2 monitors, like dual monitor setup.
What kind of resolution we're talking?
Resolution
1080p.
1080p at least.
3K,
I mean, they
2K.
have those 3000 by 1200 or something like that. They have a lot of random resolutions, but I think 1080p minimum.
Okay, that's fair enough.
But just the PC alone, 2144 and 93 cents.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Took too long.